Hi, I just wanted to come back onto this subject of single cures that the mainstream media and the online community just keep pushing for cancer. Single cures for cancer, the cancer cure, whether it's a tropical fruit or some long-distant promise on medical discoveries or breakthroughs, and even the fundraising efforts of cancer research organisations, continue to focus on that single cure theory. For those people facing stage 4 cancer, as I was, or in a type of cancer like mine that's got a very low survival rate past 5 years, all those things are pie in the sky. And from my experience with tumours in my adrenal gland, my lymph node towards the spine, my right lung, my left lung, the lymph node in the thyroid, the one cancer responded differently to different treatments. The one cancer. It responded differently to medical treatments. They responded differently to other actions I took. So, all the time you spend on the internet or trying to research for a single cure, if you're ill, if you've got tumours, is kind of wasted time, because the disease has some pretty simple corrections to short-term ones and long-term ones. Can they cut it out? Can they reduce it or shrink it with radiation or chemo? Can medical cannabis assist in those processes too? Can it be a complementary? Can a medical cannabis help you sleep at night so that your immune system kicks in and repairs itself and does its job? The lymphatic system and the immune system has a job to do to clear up these cells and these tumours. And of course there's immunotherapy, which are a variety of drugs that are coming on that look at counteracting any blockages or some blockages, specific blockages on your immune system that are stopping it doing its job. So complementary health actions, holistic health actions to try and reboot your immune system are not a single phase cure, but a functioning immune system in the long run's the only long-term control you've got on cancer cells and tumour growth. So the sooner you get onto that, the better. Does that mean a fully vegan diet? It might, but it mainly means going through and replacing all those things in your body and in your diet and the health actions to boost your immune system. And there's a range of natural treatments to do that. This is complementary medicine, if you like, obviously, but it's kind of essential long-term if you're even thinking the traditional methods of surgery might bring you back from death's door. You've still got the issue of how did the tumours form in the first place, and the sooner you get onto a holistic health path, that gives you a way to manage your health in remission. So there's a lot of hysterical posturing by traditional medicine and by health gurus about making choices between these actions, but complementary actions and holistic health actions are vital if your immune system isn't working. And if your immune system's working, you don't have to worry, because you can just sit back and the cancer cells would be removed like they were for the rest of your life before you got this diagnosis. But that's not the case. And obviously your medical oncologist may focus exclusively on surgery in the immediate time to take you out of danger, but you really need to be starting to get the practical knowledge around yourself to develop a cancer, management type diet and lifestyle. And there's a lot more into it, because obviously stress and other emotional and mood factors can impact on your immune system, just like they impact on your whole total health. So holistic health is more than just diet, and it is more about developing a long-term thing to boost your immune system, which may, in some people's cases, have an amazing effect at rapid tumour growth. By itself, I don't know. That, in my case, I did it in conjunction with a range of treatments. So just dismissing it as a complementary treatment that is doing good diet, good exercise, good mental adjustments in terms of bringing some peace and tranquility into your life when you're under quite a lot of stress and anxiety. This is not an optional extra. It would, given that we're usually dealing with percentage rates of mortality that are depressing and very harsh in some cancers, not so harsh in the others. But even if you've got a 50-50 chance with some of the other cancers, why wouldn't you investigate how to totally renovate your health and well-being actions and what you do with your, especially your lymphatic system and your immune system internally, to make it run as best it can, because it's got to increase your odds on survival. It's got to increase your odds on quality of life. It certainly increased my quality of life while I was ill. I was reconnecting with hobbies. I was reconnecting with landscapes. I was reconnecting with people. I was, music and a lot of things, and living a bit more like human beings are meant to, with less stress. So it even taking all those actions and developing those things helped just the quality of the life I was living. And I certainly believe it helped enhance every treatment I was doing, aside from obviously chemo eventually gets to such a point that it degrades your immune system, so it defeats you at that point. But once you get off chemo, I went back onto a more stronger even focus on holistic health, and built my immune system up and eradicated any vitamin deficiencies I had within a very short period of time. So yes, governments have hospital systems they want to defend, and so some governments decided not to give immunotherapy to their citizens. Australia decided to do it. Some governments won't let you apply medical cannabis. Some do. And they will support themselves online and in the media with that propaganda. Yes, there is great hope eventually with all medical sciences going deeper and deeper into solutions and research. There is hope further down the track. But that mightn't be in the 12-month or the 2-year or the 3-month framework that you have. So you've got to find and cobble together whatever you can find to make a holistic plan, a complementary plan, and a full treatment as much as you can. And in Victoria, you can do that. There's enough knowledge and there's enough change in the system. But getting hooked on, and obviously there's other people trying to sell one single diet or one single approach to food or one single approach to health, or that all doctor hospital treatment is evil and avoid it. So these ideas aren't going to be helpful, because you need a smorgasbord of things to activate your immune system, as it's most likely you spend a lifetime doing lots of smorgasbord of incorrect things that have actually stunted it in the end. So, and no one will be able to tell you the single thing that might have stunted it in a lot of cases. And so you just minimise all the damage you can, maximise the harm, the good you can do on your immune system, And that's going to be a great boost to whatever you're doing in terms of traditional or new medical treatments.